Big news here today. Stormgate is revealing, this is from Stormgate Central, by the way, revealing the new camp scavenger units, as well as Samwise being one of the artists contributing to the game, which is really exciting. If you don't know Samwise, he was one of the original artists that made, for me, what I always remember him by is the artwork in the Warcraft 2 book. One of the main artists that inspired the whole way the game looks. And so this is really cool to see him be part of Stormgate. Let's take a look at this video.
To Stormgate Central, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the new units, or some of the new units I should say, from the creep camps of Stormgate.
Did he do a lot of the Diablo artwork? Yes. Yes, he did.
Okay. So finally, after months and even years of us looking at chickens and deer and wondering what kind of creep camps we're actually going to get for the game, some of them have been unveiled. And even more, we found out that the concept artist behind them is actually Samwise.
So just real quick here, he's talking about the if you haven't played Stormgate yet, they have these placeholder creeps right now. So it's like, they're just animals, like a chicken. And I think a lot of people might have been off-put initially, like, why are there chickens on the map and why are we fighting them? It's placeholder artwork, and so now we're going to get to see those new creeps.
Didier, I'm sorry if I butchered the name there, Sam. But for those of you who don't know who Samwise is, he is of Blizzard fame. He's been working at Blizzard since 1991, I believe. He recently left the company, and I believe he is now freelance. But he is the guy, or one of the guys, responsible for some of your guys' favorite characters if you're a massive Blizzard fan like I am. So whether it's Warcraft, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, he has just got so many iconic characters that he's created.
So it's important to remember, you know, Blizzard is a very old company. I think we kind of think of, when we think of Blizzard now, we think of like Overwatch or Diablo. But you got to go all the way back to the very early days, the very early Warcraft days. The artwork that he did inspired the entire look that is so iconic for Blizzard and their games. I think he also worked on the artwork for what was the really old Blizzard game? Is it Blackthorn? Am I remembering this name right? It was like a platformer.
And the fact that he's now working on designing
Sorry.
concept art for Stormgate,
or is it Blackthorn or Blackstone?
That is going to be of great benefit to the game, I think. So before we delve into this, guys, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Lots more to come here as we ramp up to the next beta test with the third faction. I'm going to be putting out guides, casts, news, of course. And if you guys could do me a favor and you watch my videos regularly, go and check if you actually are subscribed below, because over 70% of you are not subscribed. So thank you guys so much for checking that out. And as always, thanks for the support. So here are the scavengers, and as you guys can see, there are 4 different models. He did say also that...
So you look at this, definitely kind of a post-apocalyptic style. It kind of reminds me of like Mad Max Fury Road.
This is just one of the different types of creeps. So I don't think all of the creeps are going to be scavengers. There may be different races that we're going to see. He did mention he wasn't allowed to show us that yet. This is all he can show us for the time being. But there are these dogs here. So these are not to be confused with the Vanguard Scouts, the robotic dogs. These are part of the scavenger crew, I guess. And then we have this base melee guy here with the really huge knife machete type thing on his arm. You'll also notice on his back he has these...
I like the bigger fist that attaches to his fist on the left too.
Green cylinders, what they kind of look like stim packs. He's written down Junker Juice here, and as you can see by the drawing, they kind of slot into something on his back. So, you know, really Mad Max inspired stuff here. I really like these designs. This here is a ranged guy with twin flamethrowers, or a flamethrower on each arm. He's also got a flamethrower coming out of his head. And then he's got, of course, the gas canister on the back there. And then we have the scavenger boss here with a circular saw on one arm, double rocket launchers on the shoulders, and I'm not sure what this is on the right arm. It looks like some kind of weapon, like a minigun. But this is really, really cool. I love these concepts so far, and I'm just super stoked that Samwise is working on the game, because pretty much everything he creates, I absolutely salivate over. It just looks so good, and it brings so much immersion and life to the game. I also know that one of the big points of criticism for Stormgate has been the art direction and the art itself, so I think to have him on board here, I think is going to be a big benefit to the company, and hopefully it should put some people's minds at ease when it comes to the artwork as well, because he does mention, and he has a whole video on this, by the way, where he explains the conceptual phase of these pieces of concept art here and how he layers them up. And I will link that video down below because it's very interesting. But he's talking about the fact that a lot of the people over at Frost Giant are people that he used to work with. So he's been doing a lot of the concept art for the game, and then he sends that over to the guys at Frost Giant, and they create the models from his concept art. I'm not sure if he's already done any of the other concept art, so no idea.
So this is kind of in line with the fact that everybody that was at Blizzard is not at Blizzard anymore. But a lot of these ex-Blizzard people are working together again to make a new RTS, which is very cool. I've been especially hyped off this since I've been streaming the Warcraft 2 campaign. So this is, yeah, super.
He's worked on
nerd chills, guys.
For the Vanguard or for the Infernals or any other race in the game for that matter. But it's nice to see that he's at least working on the creep camps now, and maybe this is why they've taken so long to actually unveil any of the creep camps and get them into the game. Now, another thing worth mentioning is that the one thing that we really do know, pretty much the only thing we know about the third faction, is that they're going to have some special ability that allows them to, let's say, interact with the creeps in the game. Now, he mentioned that this isn't the only kind of creep in the game. This is most likely not the only race, so maybe those creeps that they are able to interact with are the scavengers, but maybe they're not, so perhaps we shouldn't read too much into it. Personally, I think the possibility of the third faction being some sort of angelic faction is the most likely scenario, and I'm sat here sort of scratching my head thinking what sort of ability could they have outside of just like some sort of generic mind control to allow them to interact with the scavengers here. So,
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wonder as well, could it be like mind control? I'm trying to think of other ways you could interact with stuff. Or maybe you can like vampire health off of the creeps, or turn them into something else. I don't know.
Maybe the third faction aren't angels, or maybe the faction of creeps that they can interact with aren't the scavengers. Who knows? But if you guys have any thoughts of your own on the matter, then leave them down in the comments below and fill me in. So that is about going to do it for this one, guys. Quite a short video for the time being. News is pretty slow on Stormgate at the moment, but as we get closer to the next beta phase, which is releasing in...
Oh my god.
He's so hot right now.
Someone just bought my merch. Thank you so much. Thank you for going to tastelessthreads.com. Perfect plug here for this YouTube video.
Late
Someone
April
just
and his codename Frigate that will have the
Tastosis
third
enamel
faction.
monk.
I can only assume that the information is going to start to ramp up a little bit as we get closer there. So keep your eyes peeled to the channel. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video today.
Exciting
Subscribe
stuff, man.
for more.
Very cool. Let me pull up some of Samwise's artwork here. You can see it over here. I'll try to zoom in. Yeah, this is a better way to do it. A lot of great designs that made Blizzard look exactly the way that it was. So, I don't know. I think this is really hype. Let me know what you think in the comments. The future's looking bright here for Stormgate. Again, be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know. I was going to say, let me know what you think in the comments, but I already did that. Have a good day. Thank you for joining me for this video, guys. Bye-bye.